Okay, so I admit I like to live in a dream world once in a while, and in my dream world, I own a pied a terre in Chicago on a high rise. And I'm looking at this one right here. I think this looks pretty nice. This is on the 29th floor. I mean, admittedly, it's only a studio, but I'd only be there, maybe 5 or 6 times a year, right? And well, I need the height to put a helium hotspot miner, right? So again, 29-story building, 28th floor. That could mean somewhere between 80 to 90 meters up. It's facing south, so it's gonna see the city downtown. But I don't know if those are the hot spots to hit, because I think those are more in the red zone, and I really want to hit things that are more green. But that being said, also, besides being high up, the windows don't look too bad. Probably double pane. That's it at that height, because they don't need to worry about noise at that height. But the antennas would have to go through the windows, and that has me concerned. Now, on the other hand, this one I'm really liking. But as you can see from the photo, it does have a few things that block it. Now, this is on the 21st story of 21 stories, so it is like 66 meters up. So that's not too bad. I mean, does the height is height as important, or is it having a balcony like this where I could put the hotspot miners outside and not have to worry about anything degrading the signal that is located at my property? They have this great virtual tour here where I can look and okay, this building and this building kind of block everything, but beyond that, I mean, I'm seeing green hot spots in the distance. That's my opinion, as opposed to being facing downtown. Again, these are just dreams, but I do love to research such dreams. I looked at a hotspot nearby that is doing pretty well. This one's getting like 19 a month, which on a regular day like this is getting almost zero point 0.6. So is that average 0.6? Whoa, yeah, man, 0.93, 0.84. It's doing well. And this one claims to be just a 4 dBi antenna, 15 meters up. Now, I don't believe this is a 4 dBi antenna. I do believe that they might be 15 meters up, though. So what am I going to hit? And, this is part of my process. When people are talking about, vetting locations, I like to vet locations for myself to kind of figure out what I'm going to be able to hit, what zones are good. Like I said, everything red if I head north. So if I have that west facing, it's yellow. But how much of this can I hit? And how much of up here can I hit? I probably can't hit up there. Figure, I don't know. I don't know. I don't think I can hit up there. But if I can at least hit in the yellow for the most part right there, that's some good witnessing. I could make one H&T a day. Now, that being said, guys, I don't want to. I want to use multiple hotspots. The way I figure it, I'm going to be blocked anyway. So what if I have a hotspot that goes straight through these two buildings, and then one that's aimed towards downtown and one that's aimed, uptown, as it were, but it's not really. That would utilize my situation better. Now, some people say don't do something like this. I say, why not? First of all, this place is an oversaturated area to begin with. So showing 3 hotspots in this building, I think this building already has 2 hotspots. So showing 5 hotspots in this building, it's sure going to make the transmit scale next to nothing, maybe a 0.8. But, I mean, things are getting oversaturated already in downtown areas. This is not going to make much of a difference. Now, all of that being said, people say, well, how can you put 3 hotspots in a house? What do I need to do? Do I need a VPN connection? Do I need 3 separate internet connections? Now, one thing to consider is many places like this, I don't know, I haven't checked it out myself, but many places like this building all use the same internet. And because they have to, right? It's an old building, old wiring. So they're all on Wi-Fi. They're all using the same internet. So they're stuck. And maybe you're in a situation like that too, where everybody's using the same internet and you're trying to figure out how to open up that port to make sure it's used for you, but you don't have access to anything. Here's some interesting aspects that I didn't know. If you have multiple hotspots in one house, ports change. And here's proof right here. In my house, I have, well, in this example here, 4 hotspots. And as you can see, one is using, you can see the same IP address on all 4 of them. This one's using 44158. This one's using 44159. This one's using 44161. And this, 44160. And this one's using 44161. Now, I didn't do this. I didn't change any settings. Helium automatically says, oh, okay, you have multiple hotspots in your house. I am going to use a different port. This was news to me because I don't normally go to heliumstatus.io for this kind of information. So utilizing heliumstatus.io and seeing this, I said, okay, well, that means I am going to have to go in and change here my settings for port forwarding in order to make sure that those ports are going to the right hotspots. And as soon as I did, all of these hotspots went to not relayed. I know, amazing, crazy, not relayed. Now that doesn't mean that they can't change. I mean, I don't know how long 44159 is going to stay that way. It might change because it got restarted or got moved or was offline for 3 weeks. Who knows? And all that being said, they're all still using the same IP address. But it is an interesting way to go. I say it's worth trying out, seeing if this works for you before you start saying, hey, I need to get a VPN. I need to figure out other options. Use what Helium has already given you to make this possible. All you have to do, like I said, is port forward, and in a couple days, you will see that it is not relayed anymore. Okay, now all that being said, I am thinking, like I was talking about, 3. So one this way, one straight across, and one uptown. And I have been testing directional antennas for this. Many people say, well, what do you need a directional antenna for? Well, first of all, I'm not going to be hitting anything behind me. It's also, this is right on the water, as you can see. So there's nothing to hit back here anyway. So everything is forward. Might as well utilize that situation. There are a lot of options out there. Certainly, I could still even use a directional antenna. I could use that 8 dBi omnidirectional antenna by rack that I always talk about. But this is a unique case. Generally speaking, we want something, of course, that is going to do a 180 degrees. Well, if I'm going to do 3, it needs to be at least a 60-degree horizontal beam, 60-degree horizontal beam to make 180. And even if it's more than that, I mean, there's some wiggle room. So like I said, I've been doing tests here. The reason why is because I just feel if you have a 9 dBi directional antenna, you are not only getting a wider beam in that direction, but you're also getting a stronger beam. So not only is it sending out the signal stronger in that direction, it's able to receive weaker signals in those areas stronger. So there are some signals out there who are probably people who are never getting hits. They're never getting anybody to witness their beacon. Now, I'll be the one witnessing it. So, that being said, I'm still doing testing, and that's part of why you're seeing, sorry, I gotta bop over to the other page. That's why you're seeing all of these, because I'm testing this one, which is in my attic, and it's more expensive. It's using about $120 antenna, and it is the winner. at this point. It is the winner still, but I don't know if it's because of height. So once I test these other three, I am going to determine which one is the best and then put both of those in my attic and compare them. But right now, of the three, the one that has been winning is this one right here. The D-Tech Directional Antenna Cell Phone Yagi Antenna 8. I'm excited. It's only a $23 antenna. Oh my gosh, it's a very cheap antenna. Looking at some of the specifications here. Now keep in mind our specifications are in that third column there, that 698 to 960. And as it says, its gain is around 8.5. Perfect. Its horizontal beam is at 85 degrees. So we're not quite hitting that 90. And that's kind of why, just to be on the safe side, because it says plus or minus 20, which could mean it could be 65. I like that overlap, 3 different directions. And then vertical 60 degrees. So that's a nice angle to get out and away from the house. Some people would say, okay, but you're still not hitting the things below you. But honestly, looking at the hotspots nearby, I don't know if I care as much as hitting the hotspots out here. And even then, I'm actually not talking about something up here. I'm probably going to be more in this area. So all of this is going to be red, but again, I'm getting better colors, better transmit scales as I move out. So that's exciting to me. So this antenna is looking really good so far. Hopefully by the end of this week, I can let you know of the 3 that I'm currently testing, which ones are doing the best. Can't tell you right now, but it's all very exciting to me. Okay, well, I hope this has been interesting to you because I know some of you are looking for ways of putting multiple hotspots in one house in order to do what I'm trying to do, which is maximize rewards based off of making the Helium Hotspot network better. And I think this is honestly the way to go. All right, guys, thanks for watching and happy mining.